Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to our Minecraft world. So last episode we built our brand new house here, but this episode you may see that we have all these beds here in our inventory, and you might be wondering what the heck are we doing with those today. So before we get into that, if you enjoy the episode, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. But anyways, back to the beds. What the heck are we doing today with all these beds? I want to build a villager breeder today. I want to start working on that. I would like an iron farm as soon as possible so we can start having iron tools and iron armor all the time. And also, I don't want all these villagers to die before we do something with them from zombies and everything. Okay, so the design that I'm going to build is a design I saw from Sugarcraft. So I don't actually have the top of the farm built up here. I just have this bottom part. So it's just a basic kind of villager breeder. But this bottom part is to collect the villagers down here, and then this track is for a minecart to take them out, and then in this right here I'll have a zombie down here to convert the villagers into zombie villagers before we send them off anywhere, just so we can have discounts on cheaper trades. But we'll start with this and build from the bottom up, and then we will go from there. Okay, so the first thing that I want to take care of is actually get a zombie here. Our house is right up here, so it's relatively close, but close enough to where they're still accessible, but not too close to where they'll be annoying. The zombie is probably the hardest thing, or the most annoying thing to get first, so we'll start with that. I'll make the back of the farm right here, so then our zombie will be right here, kind of in this box. Now what we want to do to get him trapped in here, I'll get rid of this first. So then what we're gonna do is build up kind of a little tunnel here, make a little pathway on the side, and then add a trap door here, because what this will do is the zombie will walk up, will follow us up here, and then they'll think this is open. We just kind of hop across, and then they'll walk in here thinking that it's a full block, so they'll fall right in. Next thing we need to do though is, normally I would use a name tag to prevent them from despawning. However, we don't have a name tag. So the next option is to get a zombie to pick up an item. So I'm just gonna use a wooden sword, I think. All right, we got our sword. Let's go find our zombie now. Okay, so it is becoming daytime. The night is over and we had no luck. It was actually kind of like last episode where I couldn't find any skeletons. This time I couldn't find any zombies. There were tons of skeletons around, and a lot of them almost killed me multiple times, but you can see I still have an arrow in my shoulder from the skeletons. But yeah, so we couldn't find a zombie. So we'll wait till the next night and see if we can find another one. So in the meantime, while I am waiting for it to become nighttime, I decided to build our Nether Portal. Yes, I'm poor, I don't put the corners, but let's go in and kind of see what our nether spawn is. Okay. This actually looks okay. This is actually a really good nether spawn, I think. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 nether biomes, I think, all right here within our spawn. And then that nether fortress actually is looks like a pretty good nether fortress as well. I forgot we have free cam. We can kind of fly around. There's 2 nether fortresses. Okay, there's one there and one all the way over here. From the looks of it, this one we could almost use for a wither skeleton spawner. Maybe not because of where it's at here in the nether wastes, but that's no big deal. We'll probably find one eventually in the future. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to waiting for nighttime to find a zombie. Just was trying to find something to do to fill the time, and I will see you guys when I have a zombie. Oh wait, he did pick it up. Okay, so we got our zombie. Now if we just have him follow us up here, he'll drop right in, and there we go, perfect. Okay, so now he's in there. This is his new home forever. He will not despawn. The only issue is now I need to put that trapdoor down there. I hope I can do it from here. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, it's not gonna work. We're gonna build this back up for the time being. Let out our little buddy. Okay, it sounds like he just broke my armor, but that's okay. We got him in there now. And we open the trapdoor, and there we go. I guess he's on the trapdoor. Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, it took forever, but he finally moved. I kind of had to mess with the trapdoor, but he's not on top of it anymore. I'm just worried about him being in the trapdoor. I'm scared that I'm gonna open this and then he's gonna walk out. Okay, new idea. I got a fishing rod. So let's try to move him with this. There we go, perfect. Now he is off of the trapdoor. He can no longer get out. Okay, yes he can because I'm stupid. Well guys, RIP. I messed up and he died. So once again, I'm gonna wait until nighttime and see if I can find another zombie. And hopefully not mess it up this time. Okay, no hiccups this time. We got him right in there. Easy peasy. I can go ahead and take down these extra blocks now and then start to build up this villager breeder. Okay, so this is pretty much the bottom all built up. The most annoying part of this part of it is putting these rails in. Now the way we do that is we have to start them like this, then we take a glass block, put it right here, put a rail up here, and then we break this rail. So now we have these rails set up in this weird configuration that you can see. One's going up into this block and then this one goes up as well into nothing. This spot right here is where the villagers are going to stand, and that's pretty much it for the bottom. The next part we're going to work on is the actual villager breeder itself, kind of like the little transportation spot to where they go, and then we'll get some villagers in here. Alright, so we have built up our next little part of the farm. This is the water stream, which is going to push the villagers into the little holding area. We have a sign there holding the water. Now, the way we're going to get the villagers in there is the same way we got the zombie in his little box. So we're going to put some trapdoors along this wall, facing this way. And so what this is going to do is the same thing as the zombie. The villagers are going to think this block is open like this, and they can just walk across. So then they'll go and walk out right here. The trapdoors will be open, and then they'll fall. Now the other thing we need to do is build out this way 2 blocks. This is 1, and then 2 more out. And then what we're going to do is take the beds and put the beds down up here. Now we do need 4 beds. I have the 4th one down there when I went to sleep. But we'll put our 4 beds up here. So I'm gonna go grab that last one. And there we go, there's our 4 beds. So now we're going to put another layer around this. This isn't really necessary, it's just to make the farm look a little better. And just in case a villager does happen to get over or something, they're not gonna fall out. So we're gonna put these pillars all on these parts. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, I'll have to check. And then the spots in between, we will put glass panes. So this is the part for the villagers to actually get them to breed. Now the other thing we need is we do need dirt, because the farm where the actual villagers are going to be is going to be out here in front of us where we're standing. So let me go get some glass panes and some dirt, some water buckets, some crops, and we'll build up the rest of this part of the farm. And there we go. That is the farm pretty much all finished. The only things missing now are just the crops and the villagers, and then one last piece. So the last thing that we need to do is, one, we need to add trapdoors along this set of blocks right here in front. Now the next thing we need to do is, let's see if I can remember how to do this properly. Actually, I built this thing wrong. Okay, now that is fixed. This is right. Now we put the dirt here along this little cross beam, and we take our last set of trapdoors and put them along, not there, put them along the top and then flip them down like this. So now when we go through here, the way that the hitboxes of the villagers work is, because they are 2 blocks tall, this little trapdoor here, this little lip, puts them too high up to where they can't walk across this gap. But the baby villagers can, and then they'll drop down and then fall in here where they'll grow up. So that's pretty much how this farm works. So with that being said, now let's go get some villagers and get them in here. This is always the hardest part, trying to get some villagers actually in here. But let's go find some guys and stick them in here. Alright, so conveniently enough, there are 2 villagers in this house. Now the easiest way to move them is by actually using beds. What you want to do is break their bed, place a new one, and then they will hopefully link to the new bed and then kind of follow you across. So now we'll just repeat this process till we have them where we want them to be. Okay, perfect. Now we have both villagers in here. Now all we need to do is set up the farmland and the farm will be good to go. So another trick that I like to use with this farm is whenever I have to get in, I like to put a boat up here so I can just grab the boat, pull myself out, and then I'm out of the farm. That way I don't have to build up, don't have to break some crops or anything. And I can get out easily without the risk of these guys getting out. So now I'm going to set up the farmland, plant some carrots, and then we'll probably let it sit for a little bit and see how many villagers we get in a certain amount of time. And now the last couple things to add is, for one, a powered rail right here. And then we'll put a button on this block. And then the last little part is a redstone block here with another powered rail. And then I don't have any blocks right now. We'll just use this as a temporary block. And then we'll take our dispenser and put the dispenser right there facing the rail. So now when we break this and put a button right here, when we power this, it'll send out a minecart onto the rail, and the rail will go out, grab the villager, and then come down right here. If we power this right away, it'll send them off, but if we let him sit, the zombie will take him out, make him a zombie villager. Then we can cure him and use him for something else. Alright, so that is the farm all completed. I'm going to speed this up, make the whole thing carrots, use some bone meal to speed up the process here, and then probably see how many villagers we get within an hour. Okay everyone, so it's been about 2 hours since I went AFK, and let's go, we're gonna go check out the farm now. Alright, so after the 2 hours, you can see that we have a decent amount of villagers in here. I can't really tell how many exactly. The reason I did 2 hours as well, because it does take a little bit for this farm to get up and going, because these guys need to get some carrots first before they can make more villagers. But yeah, so now we have these villagers. Now let me get a minecart to show y'all how this works. Okay, so we got our minecart here in the dispenser, and I just got one right now. But what you do is you press this button, the minecart goes out, grabs the villager, and then brings them down. Now the zombie, you could see, was hitting the villager, and if he hits him enough, eventually he'll turn into a zombie villager. There we go. See, so now he is a zombie villager, and then we can send him off and use him for other things. Huh, what a shame. I don't know what happened to him. There's just an empty minecart here now. So yeah, anyways, the only problem that comes up with this farm is the minecart sometimes picks up these baby villagers here, and these guys are really of no use to us. We just want the fully grown adult ones. So when it picks them up, we just have to dispose of them. But what do we want to do with these guys? So for one is villager trades, but then I also want to build an iron farm. And I think I'm going to build it over here in this area, because if we turn on the spawn chunk area that we had before, this area right here in this green square, is always loaded. So if we build our iron farm right here in this little area, it'll always be producing no matter what. So I think that's what I want to do next episode. But for now, this is good for now. We're just gonna let this keep producing, and then we'll use this more later. Okay, so the last thing I want to do today is make a little enchanting setup. So if you remember from the house building, we had this little attic that we built up here. So I want to make this little corner right here our enchanting setup. Now I have to be careful not to mess up the placement of anything here, because if I do, then I'm going to lose some bookshelves. I don't want to build this like a traditional 3-3-3. I want to make it kind of asymmetrical, and then still be able to see out of the windows. So I think we'll fill up this one and then kind of bring that around, and then I guess just like, I think that's okay, that's 15. So let's see if, okay, cool. So we can do level 30 enchantments, which is perfect. And then the last thing is we'll add a grindstone and then probably an anvil eventually. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. We made some good progress with the villager breeder, which is going to be beneficial to us in the long run. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and consider subscribing if you're not already, and I will see everyone next time.